Hello and welcome to Let's Play Masks of Mayhem by Robin Waterfield. This is book number 23 in the Fighting Fantasy series. Here's the front cover. Okay, let's read the synopsis. Fighting fantasy books, over 12 million copies sold worldwide. The safety of the earth is in your hands. Morgana, the fell sorceress of Krill Garnash, is poised to let loose her dreaded golems, which none will be able to resist. For she has equipped them with the masks of mayhem, which give them power over all things. Only you can end her evil designs, but beware, peril and treachery await you at every turn, and help is hard to find. 2 dice, a pencil, and an eraser are all you need to make your journey. You decide which way to go, which dangers to risk, and which monsters to fight. Cover illustration by John Sibuk. I can't read that, that's too pixelated. Anyway, that's that. Puffin Books, Masks of Mayhem. You are the ruler of the city of Arion. Your city is thriving and your people are prosperous, but trouble is brewing. Morgana, the fell sorceress of Krill Garnash, is poised to let loose her dreaded golems, which will wreak havoc upon the world. None will be able to resist them, for they have been equipped with the masks of mayhem, which give them power over all things. Only you can end her evil designs, but beware, peril and treachery await you at every turn, and help is hard to find. 2 dice, a pencil, and an eraser are all you need to embark on this thrilling adventure, complete with its elaborate combat system and a score sheet on which to record your gains and losses. Many dangers lie ahead, and your success is by no means certain. It's up to you to decide which route to follow, which dangers to risk, and which adversaries to fight. Okay, so I'll put a timestamp, a couple of timestamps in the video description if you want to skip this. The first timestamp will be for the background story. The second timestamp will be for the beginning of paragraph 1. Unless you want to skip there, let's read on. Okay, Masks of Mayhem by Robin Waterfield, illustrated by Russ Nicholson, Puffin Books. Okay, so we're now on book number 23. We've already done Creature of Havoc, so after we do this one, we'll do Beneath Nightmare Castle. So that'll be fun. Okay, to Philippa Dickinson, unsung hero of Titan. You mean heroine, because she's obviously a girl, because Philippa is a girl's name, and a girl can only be a heroine and not a hero. So that's the first mistake. Fantastic. Okay, so here we go. How to fight the creatures of Cool. Before embarking on your adventure, you must first determine your own strengths and weaknesses. Use dice to determine your initial luck, skill, and stamina scores. On pages 18 to 19, there's an adventure sheet which you may use to record the details of an adventure. On it, you will find boxes for recording your skill and stamina scores. You are advised either to record your scores on the adventure sheet in pencil or make photocopies, of the page to use in future adventures. Okay, skill, stamina, and luck. Roll 1 die, add 6 to this number, and enter this total in the skill box on the adventure sheet. Okay, let's do that. Roll 1 die. No, 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 yes. Okay, so we get a 5. Yeah, we do need pretty good skill and stamina for this book. This is quite a tricky one. Anyway, that's add 6, that gives me 11. Roll both dice, add 12 to the number rolled, and enter this total in the stamina box. Let's do that. No. Yes. Okay, so that gives me 22 stamina. Fantabulous. That was lucky, wasn't it? Okay, there is also a luck box. Roll 1 die, add 6 to this number, and enter this total in the luck box. Okay, roll 1 die. Yes. Okay, that'll do. That gives me 11 luck. Good. Okay, let's just get rid of the previous paragraphs that I forgot to delete. There we go. Good. For reasons that will be explained below, skill, stamina, and luck scores change constantly during an adventure. You must keep an accurate record of these scores, and for this reason you are advised either to write small in the boxes or to keep an eraser handy, but never about your initial scores. Although you may be awarded additional skill, stamina, and luck points, these totals may never exceed your initial scores, except on very rare occasions when you'll be instructed on a particular page. Your skill score reflects your swordsmanship and general fighting expertise, the higher the better. Your stamina score reflects your general constitution, your will to survive, your determination, and overall fitness. The higher your stamina score, the longer you will be able to survive. Your luck score indicates how naturally lucky a person you are. Luck and magic are facts of life in the fantasy kingdom you are about to explore. What if it's not a kingdom? What if it's a grand duchy? Anyway, battles. You will often come across pages in the book which instruct you to fight a creature of some sort. An option to flee may be given, but if not, or if you choose to attack the creature anyway, you must resolve the battle as described below. First, record the creature's skill and stamina scores in the first vacant encounter box on your adventure sheet. The scores for each creature are given in the book each time you have an encounter. The sequence of combat is thus: 1. Roll both dice once for the creature, add its skill score. This total is the creature's attack strength. 2. Roll both dice once for yourself. Add the number rolled to your current skill score. This total is your attack strength. 3. If your attack strength is higher than that of the creature you have wounded it, proceed to step 4. If the creature's attack strength is higher than yours, it has wounded you. Proceed to step 5. If both attack strength totals are the same, you have avoided each other's blows. Start the next attack round from step 1 above. 4. You have wounded the creature, so subtract 2 points from its stamina score. You may use your luck here to do additional damage. See over. 5. The creature has wounded you, so subtract 2 points from your own stamina score. Again, you may use luck at this stage. See over. 6. Make the appropriate adjustments to either the creature's or your own stamina scores and your luck score if you use luck. See over. 7. Begin the next attack round by repeating steps 1 to 6. This sequence continues until the stamina score of either you or the creature you are fighting has been reduced to 0. Death. Fighting more than one creature. If you come across more than one creature in a particular encounter, the instructions on that page will tell you how to handle the battle. Sometimes you will treat them as a single opponent, sometimes you will fight each one in turn. Luck. At various times during your adventure, either in battles or when you come across situations in which you could either be lucky or unlucky, details of these are given on the pages themselves, you may call on your luck to make the outcome more favourable, but beware, using luck is a risky business, and if you are unlucky, the results could be disastrous. The procedure for using your luck is as follows. Roll 2 dice. If the number rolled is equal to or less than your current luck score, you have been lucky, and the result will go in your favour. If the number rolled is higher than your current luck score, you have been unlucky, and you will be penalised. This procedure is known as testing your luck. Each time you test your luck, you must subtract 1 point from your current luck score. Thus, you will soon realise that the more you rely on your luck, the more risky this will become. Using luck in battles. On certain pages of the book, you will be told to test your luck and will be told the consequences of your being lucky or unlucky. However, in battles, you will always have the option of using your luck either to inflict a more serious wound on a creature you have just wounded or to minimize the effects of a wound the creature has just inflicted on you. If you have just wounded the creature, you may test your luck as described above. If you are lucky, you have inflicted a severe wound and may subtract an extra 2 points from the creature's stamina score. However, if you are unlucky, the wound was a mere graze and you must restore 1 point to the creature's stamina, i.e. instead of scoring the normal 2 points of damage, you have now scored only 1. If the creature has just wounded you, you may test your luck to try to minimize the wound. If you are lucky, you have managed to avoid the full damage of the blow. Restore 1 point of stamina, i.e. instead of doing 2 points of damage, it has done only 1. If you are unlucky, you have taken a more serious blow. Subtract 1 extra stamina point. Remember that you must subtract 1 point from your own luck score each time you test your luck. Restoring skill, stamina, and luck. Your skill score will not change much during your adventure. Occasionally, a page may give instructions to increase or decrease your skill score. A magic weapon may increase your skill, but remember that only one weapon can be used at a time. You cannot claim 2 skill bonuses for carrying 2 magic swords. Your skill score can never exceed its initial value unless specifically instructed. Drinking the potion of skill, see you later, will restore your skill to its initial value at any time. Stamina and provisions. Your stamina score will change a lot during your adventure as you fight and undertake arduous tasks. As you near your goal, your stamina level may be dangerously low and battles may be particularly risky, so be careful. Your backpack contains enough provisions for 10 meals. Let's write that down. You may rest and eat at any time except when engaged in a battle. Eating a meal restores 4 stamina points. When you eat a meal, add 4 points to your stamina score and deduct 1 point from your provisions. A separate provisions remaining box is provided on the adventure sheet for recording details of provisions. Remember that you have a long way to go, so use your provisions wisely. And again, it doesn't state that I can't eat more than one at a time. I can just sort of gorge on it. Remember also that your stamina score may never exceed its initial value unless specifically instructed on a page. Drinking a potion of strength, see later, will restore your stamina to its initial level at any time. Luck. Additions to your luck score are awarded through the adventure when you have been particularly lucky. Details are given on the pages of the book. Remember that, as with skill and stamina, your luck score may never exceed its initial value unless specifically instructed on a page. Drinking a potion of fortune, see later, will restore your luck to its initial level at any time and increase your initial luck by 1 point. Equipment and potions. You will start your adventure with a bare minimum of equipment, but you may find or buy other items during your travels. You are armed with a sword and are dressed in leather armor. Okay, so sword and leather armor. There we go. You have a backpack to hold your provisions and any treasures you may come across. In addition, you may take 1 bottle of a magical potion which will aid you on your quest. You may choose to take a bottle of any of the following. A potion of skill restores skill points. A potion of strength restores stamina points. A potion of fortune restores luck points and adds 1 to initial luck. We're going to take the potion of fortune. Okay, and we know what it does. These potions may be taken at any time during your adventure except when engaged in a battle. Taking a measure of potion will restore skill, stamina or luck scores to their initial level, and the potion of fortune will add 1 point to your initial luck score before luck is restored. Each bottle of potion contains enough for 1 measure, i.e. the characteristic may be restored once during an adventure. Make a note on your adventure sheet when you have used up a potion. Remember also that you may choose only 1 of the 3 potions to take on your trip, so choose wisely. Oh good, they haven't, no one's written any real adventure sheets on which this scan was, from which this PDF was scanned. Yeah, it's not. You can't really choose wisely. I mean, if you're playing this for the first time, it's pure guesswork. There's no wise choice of which potion to take because there's no possible way of knowing which one's the best one because you haven't read the book yet. So there's no way of choosing wisely. All you can do is just choose luckily. That's what it should. It should read choose luckily, not choose wisely. There we go. Okay, here's the background. So, you are the just and noble ruler of Arion in northeast Cool. Your people prosper and the land flourishes, but trouble is brewing. One day, your court wizard E4Tynin summons you. Though you are the ruler, he is your equal because of his knowledge of sorcery. Each of you relies on the other for the governing of the land, but you can never quite overcome a suspicion of anyone involved in the sorcerous arts. E4Tynin comes straight to the point. You have heard, of course, of Morgana, the sorceress whose abode is the 5 peaks of Krill Garnash in the northern mountains. I have travelled in my astral body to her lair to watch over her evil designs. There are 12 forms, the sigils which hold the keys of power over all things. This has long been known to those who pursue the righteous side of my ancient art. Without this knowledge, we would be unable to assist the thriving of the world. Morgana has acquired this knowledge, though the Council of Elders bans such as her from it. She has made masks of 11 of the sigils and fitted them on undead golems, creatures of stone. She lacks only the 12th, which binds the others together and makes them effective. Then power over all creatures will be hers to do what she will, and she will unleash her golems all over the world. They will be irresistible because they will be the essence of all things, and nothing can resist its essence. She plans to create havoc with her undead creatures and has imbued the masks with the power of mayhem, which awaits only the 12th to be made actual. You must slay Morgana. You are the noblest ruler and the boldest fighter of the land. Only you can succeed. You interrupt, but why can't your council do anything about her? His reply is grim. because in such a magical battle, the forces that would be released may cause almost as much damage as the full set of 12 golems. Only one such as you know. Earlier on, they said bans such as her from it. Council of Elders bans such as her from it. Such as her, which is the object pronoun. Yet here, they've used incorrectly a reflexive pronoun. It should be one such as you. There's no need for a reflexive pronoun. It is useless, redundant. Hence the term redundant reflexive. Anyway, only one such as you, armed with purity of purpose, is impervious to most of our magical arts, whether good or evil. Yes, it must be you for our plan to succeed. His words have filled you with dread and eagerness. Your preparations are swift, and you depart early the next morning. Turn to 1. Okay, so here we go. Before setting off, you enter the armory. Kevin Truehand, your trusted but now aged armourer, has been honing your sword and burnishing your helmet with its strangely simple device. This helmet has been handed down from generation to generation of rulers of Arion, and legend has it that if it were ever to fall into the wrong hands, chaos would stalk the streets of your city. As you put on the helmet and buckle your sword to your belt, Truehand whispers to you as if afraid that someone might hear. Majesty, seek first the castle of Hever, Lord of Fallowdale. For you are bound for Cruel-Garnash, where evil dwells, and Hever has a horn which strikes terror into any evil heart. Therefore I say, seek the halls of Hever and win from him, however you can, this precious horn. With that he turns aside, and you set out through the paved streets of Arion and out of the northern gateway, the Gate of Skulls. Turn to 53. Okay, so first of all, we have a helmet. So, helmet. And we need to seek this horn. So, the horn of... okay, so we need to seek the horn of Hever or whatever. So, seek the horn of Hever. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to the Gate of Skulls and turning to 53. Here we are. Truehand's advice seems sound. Not far north of Arion is the vast Lake Necros. Just north of the lake lies Fallowdale. From there you could head north and slightly east over Pikestaff Plain, leaving Marsh Vile to the west, and through the foothills and mountains until you came to Cruel-Garnash itself, with its 5 ice-capped peaks lost in the clouds. After a few days of easy travel, with springs and game so plentiful that you have all your original provisions, you reach the southern shore of Lake Necros and the end of civilization as you know it. Beyond this, the ways are unknown to the people of Arion. Within memory, Lake Necros has never been crossed. People speak of unfathomable depths, spawning hideous monsters, and of strange and mysterious winds and currents which turn the chill, still waters into whirlpools and ungovernable waves. Nevertheless, your most direct route is across it. Will you, bold hero that you are, build a raft and embark across the lake, turn to 109, or strike out around its eastern edge through rolling hills, turn to 245, or around its western edge through Athen Forest, turn to 21. Okay. We are going to strike out around its eastern edge through rolling hills and turn to 245. Okay. You set off through the hills on the first stage of your hazardous journey. Tiny animals disturb the grass and sorrel. The few trees have been bent into grotesque shapes by decades of wind. You can put some sorrel in your pack if you want. Okay, so we have some sorrel. There we go. The sun sinks gradually below the forest-shrouded hills on the far side of the lake as you continue northwards. Will you camp here by the lakeside, 10 to 230, or carry on through the deepening dusk, 10 to 303? We're going to camp by the lakeside and turn to 230, which is convenient because it's just here. There is little wood around to make a fire, even though you have flints and tinder. You chew on some harsh berries and wash the taste out of your mouth with water from your flask. Will you refill your flask with water from the lake, 10 to 39, or settle down to sleep straight away, 10 to 76? Okay, we're going to settle down to sleep straight away and turn to 76. Okay, you sleep as deeply as if you had no cares in the world, but in the small hours of the morning, something disturbs the quiet surface of the lake. Test your luck. If you are lucky, 10 to 135. If you are unlucky, 10 to 280. Okay, if you're lucky, yeah, so I'm pretty sure if we're unlucky, we die. So, yeah. So we need this dice roll to be 11 or less, which it was good. However, we have lost a luck point, so down to 10. Okay, so that was good. We were lucky. 10 to 135. Okay, your dreams Your dreams abruptly change, and you suddenly sit bolt upright, crying, "Kevin, no!" But the memory of your nightmare evaporates when you see, by the moonlight, that the slimy tentacles of a kraken are sliding out of the lake towards you. You can run, 10 to 183, or fight, 10 to 307. Okay, we're going to fight, 10 to 307. Now, the kraken's ghastly head, with its huge beaked mouth snapping, appears out of the water behind its 5 tentacles. Will you move in close, thus exposing yourself to the tentacles, but hoping for an opportunity to finish the horror off with one blow to its head, 10 to 157, or will you slash at the tentacles themselves, 10 to 330? Okay, we're going to slash at the tentacles themselves and turn to 330. In your exposed position, the tentacles can lash at you 2 at a time. Thus, every time you determine your attack strength for normal combat with the first tentacle, you must also determine the attack strength of the second tentacle. If its attack strength is higher than yours, it wounds you. If it is lower or equal, you have merely avoided it. You cannot wound it. When you have finished with the first tentacle, you turn to deal with the second directly, and the third gets free attacks on you, and so on until you are finished with them all, if you get that far. Okay, you can at any time escape by 10 to 183, though the tentacles will cause 2 further stamina points of injury as you gather up your belongings and flee. If you remain and win the battle, turn to 85. Okay, they're all 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. Okay, so first tentacle, second tentacle, so on and so forth. Okay, first, tentacle. I'll just put 6, 6 on all of them. Or what I could do is just, yeah, I could copy this and then just replace it with second, third, and fourth, couldn't I? There we go. Okay, so we fight them 2 at a time. Off we go. So my skill is 11, my stamina is 22. Okay, so 6 plus 7 is 13. I get 19. 13 to 19. Puts it down to 4, but we have to roll for the other tentacle, don't we? 10 plus 6 is 16. I get 20. 16 to 20. That just means I don't get hurt. Okay. Next, 6 plus 5 is 11. I get 15. 11 to 15. Puts it down to 2. Now I have to roll for the other tentacle. 6 plus 2 is 8. I get 18. 8 to 18. Okay, so that means I don't get hurt. Okay, 6 plus 5 is 11, sorry, 11. And I get 22. 11 to 22. That puts it down to 0. Right, now I have to roll for the other tentacle. 6 plus 6 is 12. I get 17. So 12 to 17. Okay, that means, right, now I am fighting the second tentacle because the first one's dead. But then we have to roll for the third one and so on and so forth. Okay, second tentacle, 6 plus 5 is 11. I get 16. 11 to 16. Puts it down to 4. Okay, 13 to 14. Okay, that means I don't get hurt. Okay. 6 plus 9 is 15. I get 18. 15 to 18. Whoops, didn't put it on the wrong one. 18. Puts it down to 2. 6 plus 8 is 14. I get 23. 14 to 23. Oh, I've done it again. Okay, next one. 6 plus 7 is 13. I get 17. 13 to 17. That's the second tentacle dead. 6 plus 4 is 10. I get 15. 10 to 15. Whoops. Okay, so now we're rolling for the third and fourth ones. Alright, so 6 plus 7 is 13. I get 14. 13 to 14. Whoops. That's down to 4. 6 plus 6 is 12. I get 19. 12 to 19. Oh, I keep doing that. Why do I keep doing that? It's really annoying. Okay, 6 plus 5 is 11. I get 21. 11 to 21. Down to 2. 6 plus 4 is 10. I get 17. 10 to 17. Okay, 6 plus 7 is 13. I get 14. 13 to 14. Ah, oh, that again. 14. That's that one dead. Right. 6 plus 9 is 15. I get 16. 15 to 16. Okay, so now we're doing the fourth and the fifth one. So 6 plus 9 is 15. I get 22. So 15 to 22. Actually, no, that was for that one, wasn't it? Yeah, I think I accidentally rolled for that one, didn't I? So that should be 15. Hold on. Yeah, 15 and 16 should be there. Sorry, I'm being really stupid. Right, anyway. So that puts it down to... Yeah, because I just won that attack round, didn't I? So that's down to 4. If I've done it wrong somehow, I apologise, but I got really confused there. 6 plus 6 is 12. I get 19. 12 to 19. Puts it down to 2. 6 plus 9 is 15. I get 21. 15 to 21. Means I don't get hurt. Okay, 6 plus 8 is 14. I get 21. So 14 to 21. It's down to 0. Okay, 6. Oh no, yeah, I'm just doing for the fifth one now, aren't I? 6 plus 3 is 9. 9 to 17. Down to 4. 16. Inevitable, isn't it? 16 to 14, it's hurt me. Alright, 16 to 14. Prolonging the agony of this extremely tedious battle. Alright, puts me down to 20. Alright, 6 plus 9 is 15. I get 16, so 15 to 16. It's down to 2, and then finally, I hope, 6 plus 4 is 10. I get 14, 10 to 14. Alright, that's the end of the Kraken. Goodbye, thank goodness. Right. Okay, that's that done. Remove any buzzing if there is any. Yes. Right, okay. Okay, so we won, and yeah, so we won the battle, and now we're turning to 85. You sit down to rest after your labours. Then, to your amazement, a spectral army glides across the surface of the lake. There are at least 40 of them, and most are dressed in the battered remnants of armour of bygone days. You jump to your feet in alarm. You can see through them, but you also have no doubt that they are substantial enough to make their presence felt in this earthly realm. While you are wondering what to do, one of them steps forward onto the bank. He was once a man in the prime of life, long-haired and with noble and stern features. Fear not, his ghostly voice whispers. You have done us great service. With the death of the Kraken, we, its victims, are released from our bondage to this spectral form. But we repay our debts. Before we go to our final rest in the underworld, we will assist you once in the course of your quest. But my advice would be not to call us except in the direst need. You can summon us by my name. It is Galrin. Okay, so Galrin can be summoned. In my direst need. With that, the leader and his host of followers vanish. When the book tells you that you can call on Galrin, turn to 100. Oh, I have to write that down as well. Turn to 100. New line. For now, add 2 luck points. Okie dokie. Puts you back up to 11. You decide not to spend any more time by the lake shore. You head north and slightly east through rolling hills. A heavy mist descends at dawn, and you are soon hopelessly lost. Turn to 108. Okay, and on that note, I will end the video. So we're on 108. So thanks for watching. In the next video, we will be reading paragraph 108. Thanks very much for watching, and goodbye.